Hey guys, it's Chill Pill.
And this is Ratter Tatter.
And it's late. We're tired, but you know what?
Huh.
We're going to date more kitties on Purrfect Date.
Yay! Except I think we decided we're going to do some more research.
We're going to research on Purrfect Date.
Yay! And the joke I was going to make is, it's 6.9, is 69%. 6.9.
Future Ratter Tatter put in like air horns and fidget spinners and stuff. 6.9%. Woo!
We're good at jokes. All right, research that shiz.
We're gonna research. What are we gonna research though? Research 16 was we see Professor Popper and then organize a few samples. I think we should do.
Well, no, we have to actually do field trips before we can have the slow day of organizing field trips.
I bet you we can do this one regardless. Let's see.
But logic.
There we go.
But logic.
Today I'm in the lab doing flora research. It's not the most exciting job, but I keep my head down. I can get through it quickly enough. It really just consists of unpacking the new samples of plants and flowers that the professor and I collect on our foraging expeditions and logging them in the database of the organic substances on the computer. Most of them are commonplace plants that grow abundantly in the forest, but occasionally we come across something more rare. Exotic, even.
Oh, exotic?
Ooh, one of the samples I'm looking at today is Calendula Inca Maritima. This is that marigolds thing. I can't help speculating that it's cultivated in the marigolds little greenhouse that they transplanted to the open ground. Ratter Tatter is continuously patting my arm in excitement. I'm distracted momentarily by the sound of clinking glass, and I turn to the beautifully manicured paw of a Sphinx cat tapping on a beaker, nudging it perilously close to the edge of the counter.
She's gonna knock that cup off the edge like all cats fucking do.
Now you have to voice a cat
that's
doing
knocking
the
a
thing.
cup off of the table, which is the worst offense a cat can do.
Oh my god. Let's see what she does. Boots! Stop that, you bitch! She laughs as though I've told a joke.
That's a frightfully pretty flower. Calendula incana maritima, if I'm not mistaken.
You never cease to amaze me, Boots. How on earth did you know that?
I'm good at Latin, I just told you.
Ah.
Why, I make it my business to know all about the rare and valuable works of art.
Art?
Why not? It has been created like a sculpture or a painting. The marigolds are true artists in the garden.
This kind of is you as a cat, though, because she's into the arts and everything.
But she's, stuck up about it.
She appreciates it.
She can appreciate it, but she's stuck up about it.
But none of the other cats are even close to that. Right now, she's flipping me off. You can't see it, but it's pretty blatant. Ah, I wondered if they had something to do with this. It's so unusual, even in its natural swampy habitat, but to have it growing here in the forest is very out of the ordinary.
Yes, its properties are extraordinary too, human.
Well, I'm quite new to botanical science, so I probably don't know the half of it. Why don't you fill me in, you fucking bitch?
You don't know? Although I'm always happy to facilitate your learning, human, I simply can't stay here a moment longer. The air is so stale, don't you find?
Yeah, probably because I farted, you stuck-up cat. I ignored her sideways glance and upturned nose.
Let's go to the beach and drink some coconut water. And I'll tell you everything you need to know. With my mouth on your dick!
She already looks like a wrinkled penis.
Because she
Snoots.
is. She's 11 years old.
I'm not going anywhere until I finish this.
Don't be ridiculous. You can tinker about in here anytime. But the sun will be gone in an hour or two.
I'm not tinkering. This is my job. If I don't get it done, the professor will want to know why.
Then explain to him you had better things to do.
Why do all these cats want me to, go just jerk off? All of them want me to be whatever. Tell them that you got...
They're bored. What else do they have to do?
You developed diabetes and had to go swimming with the fish. It's fine.
They're bored.
Snooty Booty, I won't tell you again. If he catches you here, Popper will cage you.
Be careful with that flower, human. It doesn't do to inhale that fragrance too deeply.
I'll give you a fragrance to inhale.
A fragrance? Come on.
What? I turn to ask why and see her flounce out, knocking the beaker with a swish of her tail as she does. You did that on purpose. I'm angry. You can tell from the steam from my ears. But she's gone, leaving me to clear the broken glass.
See, she knocked the thing off the table.
Yes, I'm aware.
Like a bitchy cat.
I'm aware. Oh, that was it?
That was it.
Ooh, can we romance her?
Can we romance her?
Aw.
Aww, we have to rest.
Time for sleepy bye. Good night.
We're gonna have a weird
So until next time.
dream.
Oh.
No,
There
we're
are
not
waves
quite there
crashing.
yet.
The sound is so loud I can't make myself be heard, but I still scream.
Oh, this does not sound like a
To the
good
life
dream.
raft that's moving away from the sinking ship. I'm going down with this ship.
Oh no.
I'm being threshed against the size of the old wooden vessel.
Like all those little penguins we saw today
What?
on the
Oh my god.
Planet Earth 2.
We watched Planet Earth 2.
Oh, those poor little penguins.
It's just like episode 1, you see like these penguins
getting
get
smashed against the
smashed
rocks.
torrentially against the rocks by the waves, and it's
and
like
they
the
like
most
walk
horrific
up
thing.
and they're bleeding profusely. It was like, no, the penguins.
But they still brought food for their families.
And they barfed it up in their mouths.
Oh my lord!
Oh.
This looks wrong right here.
Oh no.
A cat's face looms close up to mine.
Oh,
Everything is
no.
wrong. Oh god! Why
Oh,
am
he's
I?
got ears and whiskers.
Which cat are you? But the words come out of my mouth as mewling, and I realize I'm not myself. I'm some kind of beast. Suddenly I'm flying. I'm in the claws of some enormous bird. The
Oh,
beating
no.
wings are deafening. I look down to see the ground approaching really fast.
Oh,
Okay. I like the look on this cat's face.
it's a cat body with a hand head.
That should be the thumbnail right there.
Oh.
You can drop through the break. What
What
does
is-
that mean? What break? What break?
The break? Oh. Oh.
You can be
The lady that
Mrs.
was peeing on the potatoes.
Oh yeah, you can be Mrs. Pisses on Potatoes, Marigold.
What kind of voice should I give her?
I don't know, old lady. Do your best, old lady.
Oh god. You're gonna laugh at me immediately though.
Look, just repeat after me. Breakfast, rise and shine.
Breakfast. Rise and shine.
Okay, that's more like South Texas or East Texas old
That's
lady.
all I know. I grew up in Texas. That's all I know.
Well, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
You'll get there.
I know Texas and Harry Potter.
Romance. Please.
Mm,
Ah!
It's okay. McMurphy. I love McMurphy.
Okay, you said if we do all of the research, we
Yes.
go on, right? Okay, so why don't we max out recon
Okay.
and then do romance?
And
'Cause
we'll
I don't
do a
want.
shit ton of The romance is the longest bits, though.
Oh
and there's
my
no more
God, we
recon
don't
to
have
do.
anything back. Okay, fine. We'll go.
We gotta romance
We'll go.
some McMurphy.
Fuck McMurphy. Fine. He's just gonna convince me to take off my shirt again.
And or get drunk.
Ugh.
Oh, we're back on the cliffs.
Okay, can we all agree that McMurphy is not best cat? Can we
What is best cat?
I don't know, but I don't think it's McMurphy. I think we should wait and see.
Yeah.
It's too beautiful a day to be slaving in a hot lab, so when Murph invited me for a stroll, it was easy to say yes. Not that I need much incentive to spend time with him. He's very engaging company.
Engorging company, more like.
Ooh. We've come to one of my favorite spots, where the cliffs sweep upwards above the blue water. Suddenly, and without warning, McMurphy plunges over the top of the towering rocks. I run to the cliff's edge with my heart in my mouth to see what happens. And there is the sight. I still haven't got used to it. He's in the water, more otter than cat, waving me to follow. Jump! Jump, Cara, jump! Sure, the water's grand. And you won't
The
die.
water's just fine, and you dive in like,
McMurphy!
oh shit, it's cold!
I'm shocked by the shrillness of my voice. Oh, McMurphy!
Oh.
I'm shocked by the shrillness
Maybe I
of my
should have
voice.
done that one.
And so is Banjo, because he looked at me right after I did that weird voice.
But he went right back to his bone after.
I hadn't intended it to be quite a shriek. I was aiming for a stern admonishment. Get That's dangerous.
All
You
the
could
clouds out of his
do yourself
ears.
serious injury, or worse, from such height. Oh, Pish, come on, Kara. You want to see... You won't get to see the little surprise I have in store.
Like my little
Okay.
wiener.
You've already surprised me enough for one day. Huh. Which one of us is meant to be the pussy? Oh, shit!
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.
Alright.
Yo.
At this, I'm filled with indignance. Whatever. It's
English.
a difficult word that takes over my body. And before I know it, I am halfway between ledge and water, bracing for impact. This way, I'm still catching my breath as McMurphy's head disappears under the surface. My mind is saying, no, this is ridiculous. Get back to the land this instant. But my body is following the
Because
Irish
my
cat.
body is
Oh,
thrusting
I want him
towards
so
him.
bad.
Thrusting thrusts through the water.
Thrusting! Must thrust through the water. My eyes take a moment to adjust, but when they do, I can hardly believe what I'm looking at. It's a ship! Wow! As we approach from the stern, it looks pretty much intact. I can see the name on the rear port side, and though faded and worn away in parts, the words are unmistakable. Kitty's Desire.
Aww.
My head is swimming due
So
to
like
the
a ball
water
of yarn?
and lack of oxygen. I flounder to the surface to catch my breath. Kitty's Desire? I feel like I know that name.
Oh, like a ball of yarn?
Yeah.
Or
McMurphy.
is it a romance novel?
Oh, and it's like a cat with like his shirt like half open. McMurphy eventually bobs up to join me
So
on the
beautiful.
surface. Surprised? A shipwreck? Here? This is a very old island, Kara. A lot happened here. But how did a ship even ever get here before a path was made? Hey, don't ask me, Kara. I'm just in it for the grog.
Meaning I won't get drunk.
Seriously.
He's got something stashed in there too.
McMurphy smiles and drives me back into the murky depths. I follow, a flailing flesh bag in comparison to Murphy's sleek figure. I try to get a closer look at the wreckage.
I mean, not
Yeah,
his
not McMurphy.
glorious, voluptuous haunches.
It's a big ship, likely a trading
Eyebrow
vessel,
raise,
judging
eyebrow
from the
raise.
size. It's hard to tell how old it is, but it certainly isn't modern. Maybe
Is.
18th, 19th century.
Hard.
When we enter the ship from a huge hole in the stern,
The stern.
I realize that a lot of the vessel is actually on land, and it's obvious that it ran ashore after damage at sea. There's not much time to ponder the mechanics of what happened as McMurphy is tugging at my t-shirt with his right paw, while gesturing with his other
Gesturing.
paw outstretched to a cabin he wants me to enter.
Oh.
I'm grateful for the air
His
trap
cabin?
inside and gasp for breath. You're making this hard to read. Here, Kara.
You're
look.
welcome.
Hang on, let me catch my dick. But he already ducked into the next cell. How is he not out of breath? I realize his ability to swim underwater is unusually strong, but he barely breaks the surface at all. In here, through the hole.
Is he saying this while underwater? Like, you can't understand that. It would just be bubbles.
Shh, you don't.
I remember whenever I was little,
Don't
we had a
watch it.
pool and my friends would come over and we would say something. It was like a game. We would say something under the water and the other person had to try and guess what we said.
Was it, I'm drowning?
Yes.
Sweet. He sounds really
There was a couple
excited,
of those.
and as I enter, I see why. There in the centre of the cabin is a
Centre.
chest. It's McMurphy's chest. He's burying it for all to see.
Rippling pectorals.
Oh my god. Yes!
The chest tuft. Ooh.
It's wedged between the wall and a surprisingly well-preserved writing desk, the only thing preventing it from falling and being buried in the sand. A treasure chest!
Woo.
I sound like a giddy child and feel embarrassed, but McMurphy, in my glee, and
Joins.
joins in my glee, and suddenly we're cheering and laughing together.
Yay.
Go on then, open it, Kara. Okay.
Oh, his eyes are so bright and happy.
Dot 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 dot
You got a dot.
dot dot dot. What are you waiting for? The key? Oh, does it need one? Well, of course it does, Murph. It's a locked treasure chest.
Did you even try to pull on it?
Can you not just break the lock? Who do you think I am, Houdini?
Houdini didn't break locks, he magicked locks.
Shh, quit with your logic. I don't know about that, but I do know you're a very clever scientist whose thirst for knowledge matches my thirst for grog. So you get yours and I'll go get mine. My God, I've had too much. The Moggy grins before darting into the next cabin. I hear familiar clinking of bottles shortly after. I decide to try to
He
lock
wants to have much more.
Lock Eddie away while McMurphy is getting his. He's jerking off in the next room.
Yep.
I look around for something, anything I could lever it with,
And or
am
drinking rubbing
disappointed.
alcohol.
Yeah. Everything except the chest and
mouthwash.
desk must have been washed away a long time ago.
Well, check the desk.
We'll have to come back with some tools to tackle that lock, Murph. There's no response. McMurphy's dead. Obviously still busy with his looting and
or
pillaging.
passed out after
So-
getting his.
I decide to swim to the beach to get a better look at the wreck from land.
That would be
When-
an awesome photograph.
Yep. When I can take in the scene properly, I can make out with Murphy, or any of the cats really, what looks like another large ship just a bit further down the beach. I can hardly believe what I'm seeing. One huge sea vessel finds its way to the island is strange enough, but two meaning the same unhappy fate is more than my brain can process.
Is this the Bermuda Triangle?
Yes, this is the Bermuda Triangle. The proximity of the pair would suggest a collision of some kind. Possibly the second vessel could have been a pirate ship. Maybe it was attacking the merchant vessel. I get the feeling I'm looking at the conclusion of a very interesting story here. I wonder why Professor Popper didn't tell me about it. Obviously, he must be aware of the two vessels. My nose for intrigue has started to twitch and I'm burning to know more.
Burning!
Burning! Like gonorrhea. I decide to take some of the debris, splinters, and small chunks
Or
of metal
lust,
and
but
pocket it for
okay.
later analysis in the lab. When I'm satisfied that I'm thoroughly combed the beach for specimens and have salvaged anything of interest, I realize that I haven't seen McMurphy for quite a while, because he's dead. My heart stops, and the hairs on my neck stand on end.
Because he's dead.
How could I have been so wrapped up in my work that I neglected to keep an eye on my friend? McMurphy?
He can keep an eye on himself.
I met with silence and still water.
He's a big boy.
I run back towards Kitty's desire, my heart thumping in my chest.
Cause I have the
McMurphy.
kitty's desire in my heart.
I jump in the sea and swim back to the stern of the ship. There doesn't seem to be any life around here. I break through the surface with a choke and try to call out, but my throat is hoarse and full of salt water. Where? I catch sight of a shadow out of the corner of my eye crawling along the seabed. I dive under to get a better look and see instantly that it's the Irish cat, stalking and prowling as if it were on land. I quickly grab him by the scruff of the neck and drive him back to shore.
Why?
McMurphy, you loon! What on earth were you playing at?
Dick?
I catch my breath and check on him, but he's happily rolling on his back in the sand. Me? I was having a grand old time till you manhandled me with those big meaty paws of yours.
Uh-oh.
Get serious.
Let it go.
Or let it go.
Let it go.
Big meaty, what? Charming, I must say. I'll let you know I was very worried about you. And I fully appreciate it, Kara. Meaty paws. McMurphy has started laughing.
He
and
caught on.
It's too infectious not to join in.
Eyebrow raise.
Serious though, Mac, that was
Times
some very
3.
impressive breath control. I didn't see you come up for air once. I think I get it from my mother, God bless her. I believe she had fantastic lungs.
I think
Plus,
she
when
did
you-
that a ton of times in some hot tubs.
When you spend enough time underneath a bottle like I do, you learn to control your breaths. Do you remember her? Not if the bottle has anything to say about it. Flashes sometimes.
Fishes.
But, Kara, when I'm on that grog, I have all kinds of flashes, so you know what's real and what isn't.
Where'd you get the grog, though? You're not sharing?
I can feel he's nudging me off the subject, so I respect his privacy.
I want some of that grog.
What do you know about these two beauties, then? I show him my testicles. Ratter Tatter choked on wine.
I almost just, shot wine out of my nose.
We survey the ship
I
and...
felt the acidic burn in my nostrils. Oh my god.
I know that they've been a source of great pleasure for me, Kara. Beyond that, I don't really care too much. They're like the cargo ships for like a condom sense.
All kinds of dildos.
You really are the embodiment of hedonism. I'd take that as a compliment, Kara.
He's fun.
I
love him.
I can't help but laugh. You would. There's worse things in life than a little pleasure. True, but a little balance may be even better. Oh, that's where you come in.
Yeah.
Huh?
You're the balance. Oh, look at his eye.
Well,
Oh.
you bring some balance to me, Kara. You can let me
He
be, but you help
loves
me stay
us.
safe. Yes, I suppose so. You bring some spice to what might otherwise be a rather bland scientist's taste.
He woofs us.
Make Murphy's green eyes glitter in the sunlight, and he throws me his dick. Come on then, swashbuckler. I need something to eat, like that penis. I'll walk you back to camp if you promise to save a bite for your friendly tour guide.
Oh. Ouchie.
And thus ends our date. Yes!
Ooh,
New unlocks!
yes, do it.
A pirate's tale.
We'll finish with this.
Okay, Disco Cat. In
Oh, it did. Oh, extras. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I was like, it did nothing. Oh.
Pirates.
Oh, there we go.
I made my way down to the part of the beach.
We should probably do this next
Oh.
time. This is gonna be. We've already had a really long episode.
Uh-oh.
We said we would only just stay here, and we'll start the next one here. So, if you have enjoyed this episode of Purrfect Date, go ahead and give us a thumbs up and comment down below on your favorite kind of grog, and subscribe so you can continue to enjoy this kitty perfect date adventure with us every week, as well as other cool indie and cult classic games. And like we always say, sleep tight and don't let the gonorrhea bite.
Don't worry, just a shot of Rosef and you'll be fine.
And or just have safe sex. And Banjo is like knocking into my microphone stand, and it's probably making noise. He does it again.
Don't be silly. Wrap up your willy.
Twice.
Love, Black Sheep Vidya. This has been the end
I take the most
conversation.
interesting one.
All right.
That's
Well,
like 20 seconds long.
You have had like 30 different conversations in this one thing, so have
But I
fun.
tend to... No, wait, come back. I have one more thing to say.
Hold on. Oh. Yeah, I did too. Well, actually, my butt has
Your
something
butt
to
did.
say.